This is Year 6 English for Monday the 1st of June, and the learning objective is I can generate ideas for a report.
Welcome to Term 6. I hope you had a lovely break. To start the week, we'll be continuing our work based on Darwin and his ideas about evolution. You'll be taking on the role of scientist and writing about your own imaginary creature. So before we carry on, let's just think a little bit about what we mean by evolution. This is the theory put forward by Darwin that living things change over time. Although individuals in a family share similarities, they're not exact copies of each other. Over time, those that have characteristics that make them better adapted for a particular environment have a better chance of survival. They then pass these features on to their own offspring or children, and gradually a species changes. So to start with, think of an animal. It's best to go for something that you're interested in or that you know a bit about, because you're going to be writing about the animal over the next few days. I've decided to go for an owl. Now imagine your animal was living in a new environment, somewhere where you wouldn't usually find it. How might it adapt to this new environment? I've decided that my owl is going to be a swamp owl. So I'm going to have a think about what a swamp owl would be like. Draw a picture of your animal in the middle of your page. Then start to draw and label any special features your animal has that might help it adapt and survive in its new environment. You can use your imagination, but make sure your adaptations are based on reality, so they're not magical or fantastic.
Here's my swamp owl. It has a sharp beak for spearing its prey and powerful eyes that can spot prey from a distance of over 100 metres. Instead of the normal wings that you'd expect to see on an owl, this has flipper-like wings that enable them to fly or to swim through water. And its feathers are quite different to a normal owl. It's a dark green colour to help disguise it in the swamp environment, and patches of moss grow over the owl's feathers to help camouflage them. Try to include plenty of detail about your animal and the special adaptations that it has that help it to survive. It might be helpful to do some research about your animal to get started. If you know how they survive in their normal environment, you can decide how to change and adapt this. If you're stuck, you could think of an animal that lives in the new environment you've chosen and use some of its features. For example, my swamp owl has camouflaged green feathers like a swamp frog's green skin and webbed feet like a water bird. When you have your drawing and ideas, find someone else to tell about it. It could be somebody in your family or a friend over Zoom. Encourage them to ask you some questions about your creature. This could help you to think up some new ideas and details. Make sure you write them down. When you're done, keep your annotated picture safe, ready to use in your work tomorrow.